It's over to you, Bianca.
Okay, thank you, Sarah. Right, so my name is Bianca. I am the manager at Day Service at Orchard Trust, and I will be presenting looking that way and that way because my screen is there and this is the camera, but never mind. So yeah, Day Service Stovefield. We are quite a large site. We have 17 acres, and within the site we have 2 residential homes and the day service building and the small holding and a swim gym, which is the therapeutic building. So this site is where everything started. I believe the photo on the left is Orchards, and that's where it all started. So a guy called George, he had a daughter, and when she finished school, there didn't seem to be any service out there for her that would provide meaningful activities and small holding and so on. And so he decided to start that. And very quickly it grew, and this is where we are now, 32 years ago. So yeah, it's quite an amazing progress. So on the left there is Office Dyke, and on the right is Orchards. And yeah, here at Day Service, we have quite a mixed bag of people that come to Day Service. So we have our Day Service clients, we have community visitors. So for example, people from the Dementia Alliance might come here to visit, or another care home, or even just members of the public. We also have what we call our Therapeutic Volunteers, and they might have struggled in life and are struggling to get back to work, or they are at a stage of their life that they just don't want to work anymore, but they need that meaningful volunteering, and this is a really safe place for them to develop that, to be able to go back into the social world, the community and work. And then we have corporate volunteers. So these are companies that want to give to the community. And so they come here for a day or maybe for a whole week. We have specific projects that they can take part. Day visitors is kind of community visitors as well, anyone that can come. And then the therapy clients, so clients that come here for our rebound therapy or our swimming hydrotherapy or the animal therapy. Okay, so this is our therapeutic small holding. There will be more photos later on, but this is open to everyone. We don't charge people to come here. If people want to donate, they're welcome, and we will thank them for that. But we have staff that have been here for a very long time, and that kind of shows that how good it is to work here. I've been here for 2 years. I started in 2019. But we are kind of growing team really. After COVID, we were much smaller. Well, during COVID, I meant to say, and then now we are reopening and growing again. So yeah, this is us. Can you see that photo now that changed? Good. So our livestock, so that's part of the small holding. This is Millie, our pig. She is lovely. And you can stroke her. There's a better photo there from her. It's a lovely story actually with Millie. She started with a woman that needed extra support and encouragement really in life, and Millie was her therapy really. So through Millie, this woman managed to develop herself, and yeah, and then eventually Millie couldn't live with her anymore. So we rehomed Millie, and she's still with us. And these are our sheep. They are very tame. So if we had food, they would come and eat off your hand. Is absolutely lovely. The same with our goats. They are pygmy goats. They have quite a wide belly. So a lot of people think that they're pregnant, but they're not. So it's just the type of goats that they are. Our ducks, our ducks and chickens, they had to be closed for quite a while because of the avian flu, but now they're finally able to go outside, so that they are very happy being outside. We have hamsters and guinea pigs and rabbits. Again, you can handle them and feed them, and some of our clients, they take part in the whole process of cleaning also the encounter and making sure that they're all healthy. This is Speedy, our tortoise. Love Speedy. It's just another few photos of people then with the animals. So you see, you can definitely handle them and they will be fine. So our day service, we are restructuring it a little bit, where we have days that are a bit more social days and days that are clients that are more one-to-one, and then we have days where is more focused on small holding and wood or arts and crafts, and then days that are more focused on gardening, movement, performing arts. And so yeah, we obviously are tailoring every time to each individual and each client, but we're trying to have that theme of that day so that we do attract the clients that like that more, because it doesn't work really having clients that really don't like working in a small holding, for example, or and that we have a group of people that like to work in small holding, so that has a clash. So that's kind of where we go into. And then the clients, they, as I said, they will take part on everything. So to do like safety checks in the activity park, collecting eggs from the chickens and the ducks, cleaning animals, and then just having fun, basically. If you had any questions, Sarah and Catherine, by all means, just ask. Yeah, I think if we can have that any time. We do have clients from different counties, so Gloucestershire, Herefordshire and Monmouthshire. We're quite lucky in the Forest of Dean because we are connected with those three counties really, and they're quite close, so it's quite amazing to be able to have that, to be able to reach out to so many counties. So we accept clients from any of those counties. A few more photos of our clients enjoying. So the bottom left, this is one of our clients who loves streaming. And again, from the point of view of health and safety, we could, oh my God, how will that work? So we found a way to have a machine that has very low battery, and it really only works for a few seconds, or like 30 to a minute. And so he has that pleasure of turning it on and doing a bit of streaming, and then it switches itself off, and then we can charge it back up. And he has that, again, the meaningful activity that he loves it. So we try and find ways to still incorporate that into their daily lives here. Okay. So community visitors, we have a Mindscape coming on site, Heart of the Forest, Children's Opportunity Centre. So really any group that would be able to use the site, benefit from the site, are welcome to come. And how it works really is that people can get in touch with us, and we arrange a day where either myself or one of the members of staff can actually show around, so that you know how to use everything really. And then eventually, by knowing the site, then you can have a bit less of us and just come to enjoy the site. But yeah, it's really.
So would it be open to things like memory cafes to get together and come as a group of people, for instance?
Yeah. So again, if they get in touch with me and then I go, right, let's arrange for next Wednesday, and we have a bit of a time slot, and then they come around, and that's it. Any group can come. All I need is for people to arrange that visit so that we know who is on site. Quite nice that we have a very varied age group and all abilities and cultures that come on site. we're quite proud of that, really, that we can, support anyone, really. So it says in there, 5 months old is the youngest that's been here, and 103 she's actually in the middle there, enjoying our magic roundabout. So is wheelchair accessible. There are some more photos of the activity park. This is the activity park. We have a wheelchair accessible trampoline. I love it. The smiles we get is just beautiful, and it's very safe as well. You just basically will wheel the wheelchair, and then you can bounce a little bit, and yeah, it's just lovely. Also, we do have wheelchair accessible swing. I don't think he's in that photo, but maybe we have it. Oh, there we go. You can see that on that photo. And again, we have visitors from even far as Tewkesbury, Cheltenham, Bristol. So anyone is welcome, really. They just need to let us know. Now, this is something that we are not doing at the moment, but we will restart as well as soon as we can. So every third Thursday of the month, we do our Gentle Country Walk. And again, this is an opportunity for people that might feel a little bit unsafe to go out in our forests here, because here we have our tarmacs. They are quite wide, so that you can also come with a wheelchair. And how it is set is that if you start your walk all across the path, we have loads of benches, so people can sit and have a little rest. And then in the middle of the walk, there is a roundhouse where, again, is an opportunity that if there was rain or if they needed to rest, have their lunch in between that walk. It isn't very long. It is quite a short walk, but for some people, that is what they need. Can you hear?
I've always called this place heaven. The simple reason it's so peaceful.
Opened in 1989 by a group of parents who wanted the very best for their children, the Orchard Trust continues its work today. Everyone is an individual with different needs and interests, and we are passionate to support them to lead the life they want.
I like the animals, and I like gardening.
Our clients learn alongside kind and experienced staff through sessions of creativity and expression, and are encouraged to look to nature for inspiration. Art is often created from sensory materials, and working in groups promotes the enjoyment of social interaction through shared projects and getting everyone involved. Confidence and compassion are further developed through working with animals, and clients can take ownership of everyday tasks and meaningful work. In our accessible park, individuals enjoy the fun, freedom of movement and play. Daily social interaction and meaningful activities ensures a wide range of experiences and learning for all. Our swim gym allows complete physical freedom for those who spend much of their time in a wheelchair, supported in the water and by our trained staff. Physio and exercise is fun, often disguised as play and games. Laughter is an everyday part of life in our homes, and everyone is part of the family. Kind and caring staff support and assist individuals in their daily tasks, games, and relaxing time.
The most rewarding thing about working here is taking the residents out on activities, because they're so appreciative of the things we do for them, and they really get so much out of it. We're making a difference to their lives.
The dedication of our volunteers is a key part of developing the work we do. The rewards and appreciation are clear for all to see. We care for our staff and support them well through ongoing development in our training lodge, covering both mandatory courses and those specific to our clients' needs.
The most rewarding thing about working here is seeing progress with clients. You get somebody to do something that they might not have done before. You give them a good day, give them a good experience of being up here.
Come and see what we do and become a part of the Orchard Trust. It's easy to get involved. You could work for us, support us, or just come and see us to find out more.
There you go.
Bianca, I think it's brilliant as well that you open it up to the community, because it was a few years ago now. I had a friend who was in a nursing home. She was in her 80s and she hadn't walked for a long time. And the staff asked her in the nursing home, "What if you had one wish, what would you most like to do?" And she said she'd like to go swimming. So they actually took her up to the Orchard Trust and she was able to go swimming in your pool. Wow. And it was just the greatest experience for her ever. And she talked about it for a long, long time after.
I did say a bit about the Therapeutic Volunteers. We don't have photos to share, but it's what I said initially, that it is that stepping stone or that place to, positive steps to be able to return to the community, to the wider community, and to possibly work. I can't do it that way. I need to click that so you can actually see the change. And the corporate, these are, they are so important, our volunteers. I cannot tell, we've missed them so much. We had to close for volunteers as well during COVID, and that is interesting how, it's quite sad that sometimes we only realize when people aren't there how important they are. And I always knew that they were important, but that this time during COVID highlighted it so much more, that as soon as I managed to be able to start bringing them back, it was like, please come back, we need you. Thank you to all of those. So the hydrotherapy and the rebound therapy. So our pool is not currently in use, as in we don't have a pool there. We are rebuilding it, and we're hoping that we'll be able to start work still this year, but we don't have a date yet. And again, that is another thing that as soon as we reopen our pool, we'll shout and let everyone know. However, the rebound therapy is there, the trampoline is all fine, and we are again hoping, fingers crossed, with the government restrictions lifting, that we'll be able to open to external clients as well. So this is just information really on the cost of how much it costs per session. But if you wanted to just get in touch and we can look at putting something in place, or even to visit, it doesn't cost anything to come and visit and see the site and the pool and the trampoline. The current no pool. Learning and development, as the video mentioned, we do provide an amazing training here. This is our lodge. Mindscape actually comes to that lodge. It's a beautiful, beautiful building. I do like going in there. And we are slowly coming back to face-to-face training as well. That's been a huge impact during COVID, having to go everything online. There is our activity park. I already spoke a little bit about it, but just a few more photos. I love those of the trampoline. Again, is always available, is outdoors, is always available. Swings and roundabouts. This is our encounter bar. Now, this is an amazing building, again, because it has wheelchair access to it. Now, if you saw previous photos, the sheep were in the field where really wheelchair can't really get there. They can, obviously, but it's quite hard work. So we can bring the animals to the encounter barn, as you can see in the bottom photo. And so you have that close interaction with the animals. That is also what we call it, our little hospital for the animals. So if we have an animal that we need to look quite regularly and make sure that they're all right, that's where they would live for a little bit. So then lambing, we're hoping to do lambing next March. Again, they would all be there and people can then come close to that experience. And the rabbitarium is, again, another building where is wheelchair accessible, and we have the rabbits in there, the guinea pigs, the ducks, chickens. It's quite a variety of animals. It's called the rabbitarium, but it's not just rabbits. It's more like the littler animals. As I said, the rabbits, guinea pigs. We also have a sensory room. And our sensory room at the moment is not open, but we can hire for external staff. But for clients, they can access at any time. And if you come for a visit and you and no one was using it, it would be absolutely fine for you to go in there and use it. I'm happy to show it. My favorite one is the floor, which is this photo here. It's my favorite one is there are balloons that go up and then you need to pop them. And what I find amazing with the floor, interactive floor, is that a person that perhaps has like a physiotherapy program, but they don't want to do it, by doing those things, so for example, popping balloons, they are moving, we can trigger those movements. So they don't feel like they're doing therapy per se, but it is there, you know. I really like that. Interactive floor is an amazing one. And then we have our Sensit chair, sorry, is an amazing chair as well. There's another photo there, where you sit on that chair and it gives you the same weight or feeling that you would have if you have a really strong hug. So for a person that really struggles that close contact with another human being, this is amazing. And I have to say, if I sit there, I might stay there for a while because it's just so amazing to have that weight on yourself. That, yeah, it's just really good. So I encourage anyone to come and have a go. We also have our sensory garden. We have xylophone and herbs, so that you get the smells, but also sounds. So like we have the bamboos where, you know, if you throw your hands like that, it will make sounds. So it's a mixture of sounds and touch and smells. There's more photos of our. Yeah, it is a quiet place to relax. We do sometimes, even for ourselves, it would be fantastic, you know, when we have that moment of, oh, I just cannot deal with it, we can go and sit in the sensory garden. The clients can have that too, and be able to relax in this beautiful, it just feels like, yeah, full on nature is lovely. And something that is quite new, we have a defibrillator on site. And it's quite important to let people know. And I do know that there are people out there that feel quite frightened to go out because they don't know what could happen. So yeah, we have a defibrillator on site, is regularly checked and all good to go if needed, hopefully not. And that's where we are. For first time coming, it is quite tricky. People have put our postcode on Google Maps or sat navs and it took them elsewhere. So if it is your first time coming here, please get in touch because we can send a little guide on how to get here. It's very easy once you know, but the first time it can be a little bit daunting, especially because we are so inclusive, you know, in the middle of this beautiful foresty area. Yeah, and that's us. Thank you. Sarah and Catherine, if you had any questions, or if you are watching this video later on, if you do have any questions, please feel free to either call us or email us. I think in the previous slide, yeah, there's our phone number there. I'll be happy to answer your questions.